Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. So today I will be showing you guys my top favorite foundations from the drugstore. I recently did a video talking about my favorite concealers from the drugstore, and it kind of went viral for me. It seems like you guys really enjoyed it, so I figured why not show you guys the best foundations in my opinion. I picked 5 that I really think will work for a lot of you, you know, with different skin types and things like that. So I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I also hope that you find it helpful. And if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so today's actually an extra exciting video because I am collaborating with a friend of mine from YouTube. Her name is Melinda Fenve. You probably know her from a giveaway that I did with her about a year ago. She's so sweet, and we decided to come together to not only have a giveaway with so much makeup on my actual Instagram and her Instagram, but we also wanted to do a video together from far away. So I will be doing my favorite foundations from the drugstore. She's actually doing her top 5 favorite high-end foundations. So that way you get a good 10 foundations no matter what your budget is, and hopefully no matter what your skin type is. You guys definitely need to check her out. She has great social media. She does have a YouTube channel, which I will link all her socials down below, and her video about the foundations, but she has such a good Instagram as well. She's very good at doing like very short tutorials and also pictorials for you guys. So you got to check out all of it. She's honestly so sweet, and I'm really just excited to be showing you guys. If you don't know her by now, then now you do, and please make sure to go watch her video. And if you are interested in our giveaway, also go down to my description. It is so easy to enter. All you have to do is like follow us, like the post, and tag people. If you do have an Instagram, go enter because it's a lot of makeup. And if you don't, just remember I will always have more giveaways for YouTube. So let's get started. I actually will be showing you guys all of the foundations on my face and the application. Keep in mind that not all of them will match me right now perfectly because my tan varies a lot. So if it doesn't match, let's just not worry about it. Okay. I do have 5 different foundations, and the way that I wanted to do it was from the thickest, most full coverage foundation that I have for you guys to the thinnest, so that way it'll be like easy to follow. So let's get to the first foundation. Okay, so the first foundation we're going to talk about is this little guy right here. So as most of you guys know, this is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation, and I use the shade 220 Natural Beige. I will be showing you guys the shades that I have, but you will see in the demo how they are on me, but I think that this is actually my perfect match right now out of all the foundations. So I will be rating you guys the claims from the website as well as giving you guys my experience. Okay guys, so this foundation, as you can see, is $11.99, and it does have 4 stars at Ulta. So they claim to be a saturated color pigment that will provide an ultra transforming effect on this long-lasting foundation. The lightweight yet high-impact coverage formula glides on the skin for a flawless finish all day. So it is oil-free, it doesn't clog pores, dermatologist tested, full coverage with a seamless finish, evens out, camouflages, and enhances. Also minimizes the appearance of flaws and imperfections, and it glides on your skin for smooth, breathable wear. So everything that has been said I agree on, except the fact that it says that it is a lightweight foundation. I wouldn't say that this is a super cakey foundation, but for me personally, it is the heaviest foundation that I will wear. With that being said, I think that this foundation provides a lot of awesome coverage without being that heavy. But this is not a lightweight foundation. This is for you guys and girls out there that mainly have oily skin and you have a lot to cover, whether that's texture, acne, rosacea, anything like that, and you want something that's full coverage and it will wear all day. I do have normal to dry skin, and I will say that this foundation does work for me, except when I do have drier skin, I do put on like a more hydrating and luminizing primer, and it actually will come through the foundation and look beautiful. I really think that this is just better for oily skin who has a lot to cover. Also, this foundation is beautiful in pictures and video. If you want your face to look flawless in a video or pictures, this is the one for you. Out of all the foundations, this is the one that looks the least natural, especially in person. But if you don't mind that, if you don't mind looking like you're wearing makeup, it's totally cool. So I just think that this is overall my favorite full coverage, matte, transform your face kind of foundation from the drugstore. It is really nice. It's not, again, super drying, but I do think that if you have dry skin, definitely wear a luminizing and hydrating primer But if you do have dry skin and you still want more of a full coverage matte foundation, I have another one for you that I think will work better. So that actually takes me to the next foundation. So the next foundation that we'll be talking about is this one. If you've been watching me for a while, you know this was like my favorite for a while. So this is the COVERGIRL True Blend Matte Made Foundation, and I'm using the shade M80. So at Ulta it says it's $11.49, and unfortunately it only has 3.25 stars. I don't know why, but the details say that this is a foundation line that comes in a matte formula that isn't dry or cakey. The True Blend Matte Liquid Foundation is a formula developed with FlexiHold technology that creates a strong yet flexible film on the skin for durability and comfort, while mattifying the powders absorb oil and minimizes pore for a soft matte flawless finish. It has up to a 12-hour wear and it's cruelty free. So I actually agree with all of that. So something to note about this foundation is that they have so many shades. I believe they have 40, which is really amazing for the drugstore. So if you have a hard time finding your shade, this is gonna be a good one for you. And the reason why I put this in this video is because this is a normal to dry skin matte foundation stream. So this is a matte foundation, but don't be scared of it because it is a soft matte. Like it says in the details, it is a natural matte. You know, it's not super dewy and it's not drying, and it's a little bit more matte than natural, but not super matte, if that makes sense. That's why I love this foundation. I do think that the Maybelline will give you the most coverage, but you can still achieve a full coverage with this. You can layer it thinly for medium and then build it up to high coverage. I love it because this is also like as thick as the Maybelline one, but it has more of a gel-like texture. So I think that that actually looks better on the skin. I do think that in person, this does look better. So like I said, if you have more dry to normal skin, but you don't want a super drying matte foundation, but you still want one in case you live in like hot weather, or you just think it'll look better in pictures because you don't want the shine coming through, I really think that this is gonna be a good one for you. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I used half of this bottle already, and it's actually my second bottle. I absolutely love it. I think this is just like a good tried and true, and it looks really good over time. So at the end of this video, I will give you guys like a roundup, like which foundation is for you. But yeah, this is also a good one, and it is versatile. Even if you have oily skin, if you don't like super drying foundations, this will be a good one for you. Alright guys, so the next foundation is actually the one that I'm wearing right now, and it is this guy. So as you guys can see, this is the L'Oreal Infallible FRESHWEAR 24-Hour Foundation with SPF 25, and I am using the shade 475. So at Ulta, it has 4 stars and it is about $15. So the details say that this is a Longwear foundation with breathable skin technology. It provides medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. The formula has 3 oil absorbers, so it resists sweat, water, and transfer. The ultra thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh, healthy looking complexion that lasts. Color stays true and blends evenly, so your makeup looks fresh all day. So it has SPF and it is suitable for all skin types, and it does come in 30 shades. It also says that it is waterproof and it has a natural finish. Some things that I don't agree with, I do think that this oxidizes a little bit, even when I was applying it today. Like I noticed it was oxidizing, but just a tad. Like I don't think it's enough to actually go a shade down, because I still think that it's not changing as much. So just stick to your shade. The way to explain this, I guess, for me is I personally love a thinner foundation. Like I just don't like having so much product on my face. Again, personal preference. This is the thinnest foundation that will give you the most coverage. So as you guys can see, I pretty much look like I have medium to full coverage, and I only used 1 pump. I used like 1.5 pumps on my skin. As you guys saw on the B-roll, the foundation is actually very liquidy, so I love that because it spreads easily and evenly, and it is a very long wearing foundation. So the way I see this as is just a good go-to foundation for a lot of skin types. Like it says, it works for all of them. So if you do have dry skin and you want to find something that isn't so dewy because you want more of that like medium buildable foundation that will last, this is a really good one because it is not drying, but it's also not hydrating. If you are an oily person that wants medium coverage, but you don't want, again, something super matte, and you're also afraid of hydration, I just feel like this is a good in between. I think it's amazing. There's a reason why people rave about it. I mean, as you can see on my skin, it looks flawless, and this is one of the foundations that looks amazing on camera as well as in person. Like I said, since it is so thin, it just looks great. So if you have super dry skin, I do have a different option for you, but I still think that this would work for you. This is just, again, your overall good foundation for all skin types. You can make it work for you, and it is just breathable and it lasts. So 30 shades too, which is really nice. But again, if you are looking for medium coverage with more hydration, then let's move on to the next foundation, which is this one. It is from Colourpop. I know that some people might not say that this is technically drugstore, but since it is sold in Ulta in stores on the drugstore section, I just felt like, why not tell you guys about this if you guys can get your hands on this? So again, this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I do use the shade M80W. Okay, so on the website it is $16 and it almost has 5 stars already. So this is a hydrating foundation that delivers a medium buildable coverage with a natural skin finish. It is infused with coconut water, hyaluronic acid for hydrated luminous skin. The flexible formula provides undetectable medium to full coverage that lasts all day, and this is a vegan foundation that is oil-free, alcohol-free, and fragrance-free, which I know means a lot to people. The only thing that I will disagree with those claims is I don't think this is full coverage. I think that you can get a good medium coverage, but if you start putting so many layers of this, it's not gonna look good, and I don't think you can achieve that full coverage. If you wanna achieve the fuller coverage, definitely try this one. This is pretty new. It came out a couple weeks ago and I have been obsessed with it. I've been wearing it every day. I usually dread putting on foundation, and this is the only one that I'm like excited to put on. It really does make your skin look so nice. You can go in with a thin layer and it is so skin-like and healthy and plump looking, or you can go in with a little bit more to make it more of your medium coverage. I will say 1 pump of this gives me almost medium coverage. Like, I don't really use more than 1 pump. It really goes such a long way. Even though it is $16, you still get your full ounce, and I really think that 1 pump of this will get you the same of 2 pumps of this, believe it or not. It just spreads out so much, and it makes your skin look beautiful. I didn't wear it with primer for the first time that I reviewed this. By the way, if you want like a full test wear of any of these foundations, if I have made videos of them, I will link them down below if you want more of a like review solely on one foundation. This has been my tried and true. I actually just went on a trip and I wore it in cold weather and hot weather all day, all night, and it looks amazing. I've also been wearing this with a mask, and even though it does, you know, transfer on the mask, it still doesn't come off my face. Like, I would notice that I saw makeup on my mask, but my makeup still looked fine. So I love that. It is mask proof. I really think that if you're looking for a more lightweight medium coverage foundation that is hydrating, this is the one for you. Again, if you have super oily skin, I would probably go for the FRESHWEAR if that's kind of what you're looking for, because this, again, this is not drying, but it's not hydrating. This is the hydrating one. I will say, I have seen oily skin YouTubers review this and say that they liked it, even though, you know, you do end up dewy by the end of the night. So it just really depends on what you're looking for, but normal to dry skin, you have to try this. It is so good, and it is worth the $16. All right, guys, we have one more foundation, and this is gonna be for more like active people that don't want much makeup and want some SPF. And we are talking about this foundation. I feel like not enough people talk about this foundation, and I don't know if it's because not enough people have tried it, but this is actually really nice. So this is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup with SPF 50, and I am using the shade 228 Soft Tan, which it is a little bit darker for me right now. So this is $12.99 at Ulta, and it has 3.5 stars. So the details say that this is a flawless coverage foundation specifically formulated to protect your skin from harmful environmental aggressors. It has 50 SPF, broad spectrum, and it is enriched with antioxidants to help protect against pollution, yet feels lightweight and breathable. It not only leaves a natural looking finish, but it protects the skin day after day. They do only have 16 shades. The thing about this foundation is that when I first reviewed it, which I can put the review down below if you want, I used it wrong, so I didn't really like it, and then I fell in love with it. Let me explain. This foundation looks amazing with less product that you use. If you just use a thin amount on your skin, it will give you a beautiful, lightweight, light to medium coverage. But if you start trying to build this up to a full coverage, it becomes too much and it starts settling in fine lines and it just doesn't look as stunning. So for me, this is the foundation for those of you who prefer not that much makeup but still good enough coverage and like really like that SPF. Let me say this. Just because it has 50 SPF doesn't mean that you don't need to put your sunscreen on. Only a part of this product is sunscreen, so when you're putting it on your face, your whole face isn't getting protected. But there's nothing wrong with having an extra layer of sun protection over your sunscreen. So please wear your sunscreens no matter what. But if you are out in the sun a lot and you just want that extra layer and you want something thin but good enough coverage that looks beautiful, has a natural finish, which you can again mattify with a powder or a mattifying primer, or you can hydrate more depending on what primer you use. But I just don't see enough people talking about this. I don't have too much texture or I don't have too much to cover up, so I do prefer thinner foundations like this, but I know that some other people don't. That's why I kind of wanted to give you guys a range of foundations that I have loved. The only downside of this is that there's only 16 shades, so if you can't find your shade in this, it's you know, it's a bummer, but if you can, I say give this a try. It does come in a squeezy tube, which I actually don't mind. I kind of just put it straight on my face. It is very liquidy though, so be careful with that, but this is just a good one that I had to mention. Okay, so those were all the 5 foundations. Again, let me do a quick little 30-second roundup. Oily skin, have a lot to cover, full coverage, need it matte all day, Maybelline Super Stay. If you have normal to dry skin, you still want some good coverage, a little bit of matte but not too drying, try out the COVERGIRL TRUBLEND. If you just want an overall good foundation that's natural finish, but it does give you medium to full coverage, lasts all day, not drying, not hydrating, FRESHWEAR by L'Oreal. If you have drier skin and you want medium to buildable coverage, something that looks plump and beautiful and hydrating all day, try Pretty Fresh. And again, if you're out and about, you want extra protection, good coverage, but not too much makeup, try the Dream Urban Cover. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that I kind of give you guys a good amount of choices to pick from. Again, if you have more questions, you can comment them down below, but you can also just go watch those videos where I talk more in depth of these foundations. Definitely go check out Melinda's video. I don't use a lot of high-end makeup, so I thought it would be awesome for her to show you guys like what her favorite foundations are. In case you want to treat yourself or you just have a higher budget, I think that just overall these 2 videos hopefully are very helpful to you guys. And make sure to go subscribe to her. She's honestly such a sweet girl, and go check out all her social medias. Again, if you want to join the giveaway, go to our Instagrams. All the rules are on the actual giveaway post. So yeah guys, I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. I love you guys. I hope you know that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.